Okay, let's have a quick look at timers. So in my system, I have got two screens for timers. One screen is for non-powered gliders and the other is for powered gliders. This is the non-powered version. So for a DLG, for example, we can show the altitude. We have a per flight timer for the DLG, and we have an auxiliary timer, which is just a standalone count up perpetual timer. So we go into DLG mode.
DLG mode.
And if our Vario is attached, we can see our altitude, and we have our DLG timer, and we have our perpetual timer showing. Now we can
Reset telemetry.
reset the ground level 0 point at the park, and then when we can use our button to go into launch mode, we're in rotate mode, we let go of the button,
Zoom.
we're in zoom mode, our counter starts,
Zoom.
we're climbing,
Zoom.
and we push over at the top,
Zoom. 1 meter.
and we push over at 1 meter, and gives us our pushover altitude. I can turn off the Vario sound, but not the Vario, and we're flying around. So for every minute, it will give us a minute call. When the glider lands, we caught our glider, we're gonna relaunch, we push the button, the timer resets,
Zoom.
we're going up,
Zoom.
and
1 meter.
push over at 1 meter, and have another flight. At any time, we can start our perpetual timer, which will count up our total flight time, and I can reset that here. I have another screen set up for the DLG. So in the top left here, we're logging each flight, and we're showing the altitude, and we're tracking the altitude. So it's currently flying. We land, we go into launch mode, it records the last flight.
Zoom.
We're zooming,
Zoom.
we're climbing,
Zoom. 2 meters.
we pushed over at the top, we're tracking our performance. So when we land and we relaunch, when we go into our launch 1, rotate mode,
Launch.
our tracking stops.
Launch. Zoom.
It starts again when we let go of the
Zoom.
button.
1 meter.
And if we want to pause or reset our flight time because we landed, the session is also recorded. The tracking stops. When we relaunch,
Launch. Zoom.
it starts again.
Zoom.
We climb,
Zoom.
we push over,
2 meters.
we fly around. So that's all very good. Now, the second time we have is for our powered flight. So if we add
Motor armed.
our motor, we can still see our altitude as we climb and we drop. We have a motor battery time. So currently when I activate my motor, it's on the momentary switch. So we're powered and our battery usage time is counting down. We turn the motor off, it stops. Turn the motor on, carries on counting down.
1 minute.
So that's all very good. That 1 minute call was probably for the DLG on the other screen, which I didn't turn off. We have the flight time counter, the same as before. And we can reset that at any time. Now, once we've counted down to 0, we change our battery, we can reset the motor battery for the next power pack. So essentially that's it in a nutshell.